All right, I'm gonna make it super simple to go over Google Business Profiles. And in this specific video, we're gonna go over how to actually add a manager. So for example, if you're adding an agency towards your Google Business Profile, or a new employee or someone that is going to help you manage it, your Google Business Profile, so that you can they can either post, optimize it, do things with it, do analytics, integrate with it. We wanna go over that. So the first thing is, in order for you to get a Google Business Profile, obviously you got to create it. There's an entire video that talks about creating a Google Business Profile. I mean, if you already have one, the first thing you got to do is sign into a Google linked account to your Google Business Profile. So for example here, I have a few Google Business Profiles that are created for our own companies. And I want to be able to essentially search our Google Business Profile that we created. So for instance here, let's say I have GetSellers.io, or I have Hustle Media right in here, and I also have Remote Latinos, and I also have, for example, the Home Offer, Rise Up Real Estate. Anyways, so let's do one where you're actually going to be doing business. So go to Google and search for that one. So in this case, let's say, for example, Hustle Media. So you search for it, and what you want to do is your business should appear here. Once it's created, you got to obviously create it, right? So don't forget to create your Google Business Profile. Once you search your business name directly on Google, click on this 3 dots icon next to your business name, right in here. Right now it says my profile strength, but you're probably not going to see anything. And here you're going to see a bunch of options. So you're going to see business profile settings, notifications, as for notifications, adding a new business profile, your profiles, help and support, send feedback in terms of service. What you want to choose is business profile settings. So you click in this one, and there's going to be a new pop-up that is going to show. Hopefully it shows right in here. But it should show this pop-up where now you can give people access. You can do advanced settings like see profile ID, manage labels, store codes, all that stuff. You can remove business profile, for example, businesses closed, or linked accounts. So see the manage linked requests from other Google products, and so on. So the one that you want to click is ultimately people and access. This one is going to allow you to see all the managers that are in there already. So if you have an old agency, you may want to remove them. If you have someone that you don't want to, you may want to remove them. If someone else actually owns and is a primary owner of that Google Business Profile, they got to transfer it to you or just make you an owner. But obviously, like, you want to make sure that you're the primary owner at all times for your business, and you can have different owners and so on, right? So you want to click on the plus add sign here, which is a button right here in the top left corner essentially, and you want to add the email of the person that you want to invite. So in this case, for example, us, you can invite at support@hustlemedia.com, right? So you're going to click on it, or info@hustlemedia.com. You're going to click on it, or our SEO manager, right? Like SEO@hustlemedia.com, right? Boom. So you adding these people, let's say we're adding this one right here, and you want to give them either an owner access or manager access. So what's the difference? Owner access can edit, add people, transfer ownership of the business profile on search and maps. So it has a lot of control, right? But the manager can make changes on the business profile on Google search and maps. So that's the one that we want to do. If the other person is definitely someone that is a lot more involved and requests you for owner access, that's okay too, as long as you're primary. But I'm adding here, for example, manager, right? So manager was already added in here. So obviously that's what we're doing. So I have a bunch of different managers. If you want to remove someone, you just click on that person and click on remove group or remove person, for example. So let's say if I want to remove they want to adjust it, then I want to remove that person. I click on that person and then click on remove person, right? And this is how you ultimately get access. Give access to someone, and the new manager must open the email invitation that actually Google sends and accept it before they get access. So now you got to communicate that you have given access to it so that they can actually check. And after that, the manager should be able to help you with the reviews, should be able to help you optimize this entire profile, should be able to post for you, should be able to integrate it with any other CRM and so on that are going to help you get a lot more work on the SEO and see other things, right? Install any type of tracking and so on. For tracking and Google, the Google console and so on, there's another video for that one. But hopefully this one helps you, because if you don't give someone access to this, then it's going to be very hard. And just know that Google Business Profile is like one of the fastest, biggest win that you can ever have. So make sure that this is done in week 1 or 2, maximum 2, so that you can get an optimized Google Business Profile. And if you already have one, it's not optimized, make sure that it's optimized. Create the first month of batch of content, optimize it to your specific audience and keywords, and it's your specific ICP, your specific services, and make sure that you have pictures. All right. So this is a very quick and hopefully simple video that you can actually follow.